be able to offer that kind of unique dimension to the sound. But we're very fortunate that our paths crossed with Henry, because we got someone who easily filled those shoes and brought a whole different dimension to the band and a lot of energy.
I mean, Henry's like easily the best boogie player in London.
In Britain.
Possibly Britain. What would you say?
I'd say there's a lot of
good guys there.
now.
He's going to be modest, but I think we got the best guy.
The best guy for us.
Yeah.
You know, he's got those traditional chops, but he's also got a punk rock attack as well.
And he's open to kind of messing with the format, you know, to take things apart, put it back together Frankenstein style, you know, a bit from here and a bit from there.
If we go, we want an Albert Hammond's track played backwards, you'll go, you mean that?
Yeah. Usually people...
like, not who is Albert Hammond's, how do you do that?
Usually people that can play to that level are very pure about what they want to do, and they don't like to experiment, or, you know, and I think with Henry, he was the other way around. He was sick of this kind of purist attitude and really wanted to figure out a kind of a new direction to take the sound.
I just always loved rock and roll piano mainly, more than just what you might call traditional blues piano. I was always very, very into rock and roll more than anything else, and it's just it doesn't sit very well with a purist mentality. I don't think rock and roll, it can't. I don't think you can be purist about rock and roll and play it effectively.
Yeah, right. Where are you from?
London.
London.
I'm from London, but I was born in Harfleur in Normandy.
So you are,
I'm half French.
yeah, bilingual.
Yeah.
Français, English.
Moitié français, moitié anglais.
Where and how did you meet?
I met Henry through the small ad section of the Evening Standard when I was looking for a pianist. And fortunately enough, he was in there and very accommodating, and a large vocabulary.
I met Rupert when I was late night surfing on freeandeasy.com. he was the only other person online at the time. I thought, this is destiny. Do you play guitar by any chance?
That's how it all started, amazing.
We kind of got together sort of around the club scene in London, music scene, and Rupert was promoting some of the coolest music shows. You know, he was bringing over blues guys from the Mississippi and the Deep South to play in London, and they were the kind of shows I wanted to see, and we got to know each other.
And I knew about Jim from his previous band, Hypnotics, because I knew a couple of the guys in Hypnotics, but I didn't actually know Jim, and so our paths converged, and eventually the band came out of it.
My first meeting with Rupert was over the phone when I was phoned to asked to do a tour, my first tour with the band, and he asked me if I had any experience of touring, and I said about a week is the most I've been on the road, and he said, how do you feel about doing 52 days? And I thought that was great because I always wanted to do that. So.
And it was great for us because our previous piano player left the band because we were playing too many live shows and he didn't like to be away from home. So for Henry to like say, it was a big result.
The thing about the Jim Jones Revue, especially when it started, having a piano player playing the kind of music or kind of the style that he did was completely unique, you know. And so when he left, it was kind of nerve-wracking that we wouldn't find someone to